Hey, what's up guys? This is Scott from phasingplayer.com, and I'm bringing you my third stream of Dungeon Degenerates. Now, hopefully, some people here have been following along with the campaign that I've been doing. This is going to be, like I said, the third mission. The first one was On the Run, the starting one. The second mission was Visions at the Peak, where last time we went and hung out with Lord Scrott up in the Highlands. And this is going to be Spread the Blight, which is Lord Scrott saying, hey, you should go spread the blight around the realm of man. And so that is exactly what I'm going to be doing this game. Now, if you haven't followed along in the campaign so far, don't worry about it. You can totally follow this. I'm sure you'll more or less understand what's going on. I will not be giving a full teach or anything in this, but I will give a kind of a general overview of what the game is and how it plays. So hopefully for those new to this, that will be enough. Or hey, go back and watch the other ones and then come watch this guy. It will be available after the fact on my channel. Just like every video, YouTube automatically dumps the videos off onto the channel. So you'll be able to watch later if you wanna. Before I get started, I just want to thank people that have sent me some money, that have donated money over the last couple weeks. I really appreciate it. That is super kind to you guys. I would also say in this time, don't worry about giving me money. I certainly appreciate it. It certainly helps the channel out, but there are local businesses that need your help more right now, or organizations like Black Lives Matter that could certainly use the donations more than me. So money that has been sent my way, I am forwarding it off to a little bit. We're kind of supporting local businesses a little bit more. Here in Chicago, my wife and I, but also sending it off to some Black Lives Matter funds because it's a cause that we believe in. So that being said, why don't we go ahead and get to the game? Got it all set up right here. I'm a little crowded today. I've got a tripod here. I don't think you can see this cable anymore, but I'm a little crowded today. Set stuff up a little differently, and our apartment is in kind of a little different shape than last time. So. This is a tripod that I usually have just off camera, but today it's on camera. And I dropped the mission booklet. But why don't we switch to the game board like I was saying, and I'll read the preemptive little text for the mission and say what we're going to be doing. So let's check out the game board. I think this is the game board one. Now, nope, that's not the game board one. That's me. What's up, guys? There we go. I'm very professional. All right, so this is more or less where things got set up last time. And I am going to be representing my token on the map with this guy here, this little token. I do have standees and miniatures and all that, but I'm not using them for the stream because they don't show up super clearly on here. And so it's going to be easier just to use my, my party stance as my token. Hello, Steve George. How are you? So what we need to do in this mission, I guess let me read the preamble first. The name of this mission is Spread the Blight. Bearing Lord Scott's blessings, you must descend from the mountains and bring his gifts to the land of men. Soon the rotting empire will crumble and a new world will spring forth from the ruins. All will be one, and the subjects of the Lord Weird Bird King will rejoice under shifting iridescent skies. So like I said, Lord Scrott, who is hanging out over here in the Temple of Madness. Holy cow, 4:38 in the morning. That is very early. Are you up for work, or is your schedule just strange, or do you just stay up till 5 in the morning every night? In any event, I'm happy to have you here watching along, Steve. So the Temple of Madness is where Lord Scrott hangs out, and that is where the mission ended last. He wants us to go to population centers and spread blight, which is, I understand, unfortunately topical in the current state of the world. So the bandit camp, this windmill, Pigskin Port, Brutalburg, the kind of the capital of the Warstrike, and the Holy Order have been given these pink clue tokens. And those are what are going to be designated in this game as the major population centers that Lord Scrott wants me to go to spread some fungus. And so I'm starting here, and I'm going to need to go to each of those spots and take a rest action. And while resting, I can spread fungus. And that's going to be represented with a fungal token. These green little fungal tokens that you can probably barely see. So those are going to go there. You know what? And to show I have them there, I'll put them on top of the clue counter. How about I'll put them like that. So these, to win this mission, I need to have, at the end of a turn, a fungal counter on each of these 5 locations. All right, so that is what I'm going to be trying to do. However, I'm not going to be able to just go do that willy-nilly. There's a guy in this land, it's actually a kind of like a police force in this land called the Plague Finders. And they are going to be, as you can probably guess from the name, finding the plague tokens that I'm putting down on the map and trying to get rid of them. And they're going to be led by none other than the Plague Finder General, this guy right here. So this dude here is going to be causing all kinds of trouble for me. This token is going to represent him on the map, and what he's going to be doing is following me around, trying to clear the fungus counters that I put down. As long as he enters a space where I have put fungus, it will automatically get removed. Now you might be thinking I could just beat him up and kill him, and that's true, I can. However, like I said, the Plague Finders are a whole organization. And if I manage to defeat the Plague Finder General, well, they're going to quickly promote another lower rank guy to General, in which case I'm going to put this back on the map in the Holy Order. And so it's going to kind of be, I think, a fight between me dropping these fungal markers and then kind of timing defeating him with putting down the last marker. He doesn't automatically show up when I defeat him. I have to roll a die, and there's a good chance he shows up. But he's going to be a nuisance. He's also tough. He's got, HP and armor, and he'll call homies into the fight to help him battle. So that is essentially it. This is actually a relatively straightforward mission. I'm a little surprised. The last one had me traveling like all over the place in order to make an offering to Lord Scrott and do all this stuff, whereas this one is simply go to these few locations, rest, and then you win. So we'll see how long it takes. I in my head this is going to be relatively quick, but I have a feeling it's going to end up being longer because of the Plague Finder General down here. We will see, though. I've also been forced by Lord Scrott to take this fungal parasite card. And the fungal parasite is a disease that is going to go on my adventurer with the lowest constitution, which is, of course, my sickly soldier over here, who has a 6 constitution versus the 7 of my Mercenary Alchemist. And in having this, it allows him to spread fungus, so I have to have this card in order to lay those fungal tokens down. It also gives me +1 magic. Unfortunately, it gives me -1 constitution. So this guy goes from having a 6 constitution to a 5 constitution. So he has actually very little HP right now. And last game, he got pretty beat up and almost died a couple times. Had he had the constitution that he has right now, he would have died. And so while dropping these funguses might not be too hard, the sickly soldier might die, and that's not great. I don't lose the game when he dies. I lose the game if both of my dudes die. There's a whole procedure if someone goes down in combat, which we'll deal with that if and when it comes up. I have a feeling it will come up. Let's take a sip of Coke here. At the risk of turning any people off, I bought some Pepsi the other day for the first time in a while, and I actually think I liked it more than Coke. I know there's some Coke fans, some Pepsi fans. I know more Coke fans, but drinking this Coca-Cola now, I don't know, Pepsi tasted better. Anyway, I gotta get my hands on some Coke 2. I gotta go back to the late 80s and get some Coke 2 to satisfy my real needs. Anyway, that is going to begin things here. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything in this mission booklet. Let's see, spread the blight, objectives. You complete the mission when there's a fungus counter in every clue counter space. As a rest action, you can place it. Let's see, when I place a fungus counter, if the general's not on the board, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Where, though, does the Plague Finder General begin? I guess nowhere. I guess he's not out yet. Like Arkham Horror Second Edition. Yeah, yeah. It's been a long time since I've played the Arkham games, Arkham Horror or Eldritch Horror. I wasn't a huge fan of Arkham Horror. There's parts of it that I just didn't like, but it's been a while since I've played it. I could certainly see some similarities with this. Okay, so yeah, I don't think the Plaguefinder General starts on the board. I think he won't show up till I start spreading Blight around. And let's see, and just to confirm here, he shows up whenever I place a fungus counter. If he's not on the board, roll 1d6 and subtract 2 from my roll if I'm in the bold stance. So if I'm sneaking around, he doesn't show up as easily. If my roll is equal to or less than the total number of fungal counters on the board, you must place the Plaguefinder General at the Holy Order, even if he was previously destroyed. Okay, then increase the bounty level. All right, so he's not around right now, and he will show up as I'm placing counters. If I'm sneaking around, there's less of a chance he'll show up. All right, well, let's begin. So I, again, am currently in the Temple of Madness up top here. I guess the closest place I need to go is the Bandit Camp. So I guess it would make sense to go to the Bandit Camp. Now, if I'm in the bold stance, I can just hoof it over there. And so maybe I will do that. And then next turn, I'll be cautious when I'm putting down the fungus. So I'm going to bold stance from the Temple of Madness down to the Bandit Camp. And then when I move, at every phase, for those new to this game, every phase is, or I should say every round is broken into 3 phases. There's the map phase, where you move around the map and do stuff around here. And then there's the danger phase, where I'm going to flip over one of these little danger cards. And there's going to be some info on the back, and it's going to make the world a little more dangerous. There are numbers all over. You probably see orange and green numbers, mostly orange. And when I flip over this card, it's going to have me increase the number at one of those spaces. The higher the number, the worse kind of the state of that region is. And so I generally don't want them to be too high, but I might not be able to do much about it. My mission's pretty directed anyway, so I might not even care that much. There's the Hand of Doom is a kind of an ever-present thing in this game, and there's a chance that it shows up as the danger levels get too high. I've been very fortunate though, and the danger levels have not gotten so bad in any particular area that it's shown up, and so I'm lucky. I'm playing 2 other campaigns of this right now actually, and the Hand of Doom is in both of them right now, and I'm lucky it's not here. Anyway, let's go ahead and flip this over. And we got obscene mockeries of nature and reality gather within the horrific skull edifice called the Temple of Madness. So that means the Temple of Madness is going to get worse. It's going to go from a 1 to a 2. It's at a 1 because I defeated an epic monster there and made it a little safer. And now, if I am not in a metaphysical space, which is the case, I'm not in a metaphysical space, I will be checking this number here against the danger level of the area. And if it's equal to or less than that number, I'm going to do some fighting. And it is equal to. It's a 3 versus the 3 of the Bandit Camp. And so there will, in fact, be an encounter. So let's go ahead and draw. It's going to be 2 monsters and an encounter card. So let's draw the encounter card. It is resolve immediately. The Organ Grinder. An inexplicably jovial fat man wearing an elaborate costume and carrying a barrel organ offers you a show. You may approach, ignore, or fight him. So there's a bunch of text on this card, which you can kind of see right here. I'm not looking at it right now. I'm looking off this way. And I'm looking off this way because I like to play this a little role-playing-y, a little like Steve, like you're saying. The story elements are great, and so I like to kind of really lean into those story elements. And because of that, I am not going to read the results of this card until I decide what I want to do. So I can approach the Organ Grinder, ignore him, or fight him, right? Yeah, or fight him. Let's see. Well, I'm on a mission. So here's kind of a kicker. Whenever I play RPGs that allow for story choices, depending on the severity of the main mission, I tend to get focused on that, and I put myself in the head of my characters. Is this mission so dire and important that I don't have time for these little side quests? I feel like right now he wants me to spread the blight around, and it means I should hang around towns, right? I should hang around and spread my disease, my fungal parasite. So I will hang out and I will talk to the organ grinder. So if I approach, roll 1d6. Let's go ahead and roll this purple die over here. I got a 4. When you realize his show is seemingly endless, you try to slip away and hope he won't follow. Each adventurer in the party must make an agility test. If you fail, become detained. So being detained is a condition, and it's actually not going to be that bad of a condition because I plan on resting here anyway. But let's see what happens. So these green dice are going to be for the sickly soldier. He has an agility of 7, and so I need to roll equal to or less than that 7. And I got less than, so he's not detained. And the Mercenary Alchemist is also at an agility 7, and he's also not detained. So I'm able to slip away from the organ grinder that seems to be playing on and on and on. No problem there, but I do have a problem in that I'm going to have to fight some monsters. So we're fighting 2 monsters. We'll switch actually back to this camera. And the 2 guys I got here are the Tongue Runner and the Vermis Puppeteer. Now what I'm going to have to do is assign these to different combatants. I have these laid out here, so anyone assigned to the Sickly Soldier will be on this side. Anyone assigned to the Mercenary Alchemist will be over on that side. The monsters will tell me who they get assigned to, so this guy is the one with the highest agility is who the Tongue Runner will attack. And they both have 7 agility, so I get to choose who this person fights. And then the Vermis Puppeteer is going after the person with the lowest magic. Now normally, actually, I was going to say normally it'd be the Sickly Soldier, but the fungal parasite gives him bonus magic. The Mercenary Alchemist is at 8 magic, so it's 8 versus 6. He's definitely going after the Mercenary Alchemist. And there is benefit in this game to sending kind of everyone to one dude to defend while the other one goes full on attack. And so that is what I'm going to do. Yeah, actually, Steve, the High Frontier board, I'm going to use the big board for the third part, High Frontier 3rd edition. And I am going to try something a little different in terms of how I'm presenting this, because you kind of have to walk around the table to clearly kind of handle all the pieces in a board that large. And so, yeah, I guess let me switch up real quick. I am going to be back. I'm going to be back on Wednesday, 2 days from now, to play High Frontier 4th edition, but I'm using the 3rd edition components because I don't have the 4th edition in hand yet. And so, yeah, tune in for that. If you're interested in High Frontier or super complex, elaborate space games, come check that out Wednesday, the same time as this, about 1:30 Central Time. It's very cool, and it's a game I like a lot. I'm going to be playing the CEO Solitaire solo mode, so come check that out on Wednesday. And I guess while I'm shilling for myself, come check me out on, my stream out on Saturday for Tom Russell's new Dinosaur Table Battles. Tom was kind enough to send me a copy of it, and so my wife and I, Haley, are going to be playing it on Saturday afternoon, sometime after lunch. I have a time put in right now into my channel, but that is not 100% for the time yet. It will be Saturday, and probably, I think I have 2 o'clock, probably that time, but it's going to depend on my wife's Saturday schedule. But come back for that Dinosaur Table Battles on Saturday, High Frontier 4th edition with the 3rd edition components on Wednesday, 2 days from now. Anyway, back to the game. So I'm going to have both of these guys attack the Mercenary Alchemists. Okay, and he'll be in guard stance, and my Sickly Soldier is going to stay in assault stance. He's going to try to come out strong and do some damage to these guys. First things first, though, the Vermis Puppeteer has Rally. Let me see when Rally kicks in. I guess it would be right now, because this is going to be the first round of his combat, but I want to make sure I'm right on this. So if no icons listed, draw a card from the monster's deck and add it to the fight. Alright, so the monster's going to arrive and add one more buddy to the fight, which is going to be the Log Lurker. And the Log Lurker goes after the person with the highest perception, which unfortunately is going to have to be my two-eyed friend, the Sickly Soldier. So unfortunately, the Sickly Soldier is not going to be able... Oh, actually, you know what? No, it's all right. They're tied. For some reason, I thought Sickly Soldier would have 8. So they're tied. 7-7 for perception. I'm just going to stack them all in the Mercenary Alchemist. Okay. Let's go ahead and start fighting. So highest perception goes first in combat, and if it's tied, which is kind of always the case with tied abilities in this game, you choose which person's gonna go first, or which person is gonna sort of handle the current action. So I'm gonna have the Sickly Soldier go first, and because he's got Ferocious Charge and his Trench Spike, he's going to be able to do some cool guy damage right now. And so let me just reach over here and make sure. I'm real smart and set these far away. So the Polearm Discipline ability is this skill, which is if he's using a reach attack with a two-handed heavy weapon, you may resolve the effects of your attack before you resolve the monsters attacking you that they don't have range. So this actually will not matter because no one is attacking the Sickly Soldier. And then I've got Ferocious Charge, which, if it's the first turn after entering a fight, you may roll an additional power die when using a strength attack this turn, if I'm in the assault stance. And I am in the assault stance. So I am absolutely going to, as a quick action, use Ferocious Charge. So the Sickly Soldier is going to be stabbing someone with this Trench Spike, hopefully. And let me see, who do I want to go after? So this guy's ambush if we're outdoors, which we are, but he entered the fight late. So his ambush will not happen. This guy has command and summon, and he's got 6 HP. So that is, I do extra damage as well with this. And I have exploit, but exploit's not going to come into play right now. So why don't we, I would love to kill this guy. Unfortunately, I guess I could do 7 damage to him and kill him if I roll a 6. And I get an extra power die. Let's do it. Let's have the Sickly Soldier take a stab at this Vermis Puppeteer. So for combat, what I need to roll, every time you do combat, you will roll 2 green dice, 2 orange dice, and 1 purple die. I can ignore the green dice right now because I am not being attacked by anyone, and those are defensive dice. So I like to roll the dice because I like how the dice tower sounds. So I will roll these every single time. But I can ignore the green dice on this attack in this instance. And because of my Ferocious Charge, I get an extra power die. So let's shake these in my hand and then shake them in the dice tower. Okay, not the roll I really wanted here. So again, I can ignore the green dice. I got 2 3s, which means I hit because it is lower than my strength of 8. And unfortunately, it's only going to hit for 3 damage. Plus 1 from the Trench Spike is 4 damage. But that's not enough to kill this guy. And that's okay because the Mercenary Alchemist will still have a chance, and I'm going to knock his HP down by half. So I could use a luck to re-roll like one of these dice, but I think I'm just gonna live with 4 damage minus 1. So, all right. We're gonna go ahead and accept this result. Hit this guy for 3 damage plus 1 from the Trench Spike. It's 4, minus 1 from that guy's armor is only 3. That dude's taking 3 damage. All right, and now it's the Mercenary Alchemist's go. So he will not get this extra power die. And the Mercenary Alchemist is going to shoot with his light pistol. And the light pistol makes it so I ignore 1 armor. So as long as I do 3 damage to this guy, and this is the one I'm attacking, I will do enough damage to kill him, and he will not summon another monster. So let's have the Mercenary Alchemist in guard stance go ahead and make an attack. All right, that's not ideal. So the 4 and the 4 get compared against my agility, and my agility is 7, so this fails. I may still apply this this 3 to 1 attacker. So I'm taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage, minus 3. That's actually a lot. That's gonna knock me down to like 2 remaining HP, 3 remaining HP, which is not great. That's not ideal. So I might actually use a luck. I see I'm also not hitting here. But I might use a luck to re-roll on a 1, a 2, or a 3. I'll succeed. Gosh, and I really don't want to be down so low on HP against these guys. These guys are kind of tough. They've all got armor. Let's use, there's luck in this game, and it's a currency you can spend. And I'm going to use my luck. I have 1 of it right now. And I can re-roll a single die at basically any option. And so I'm going to use 1 luck off the Mercenary Alchemist. I got a 50-50 shot right now. It's succeeding here. And he's getting hit by a lot of guys, so I wanna survive this. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll this. If I get a 1, 2, or a 3, I will survive. Or I will not take, much damage. Any, actually. Ugh, another 4, you kidding me? All right, well, I will take, 11 damage, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. -3, and I'll take that 3 off of... It doesn't really matter right now. None of these guys have anything that helps. That guy actually has command. Do they have matching class? So bandit, filth, vermin, weird. No, so his command ability does not kick in. So I will take 11 minus 3 damage. It's 8 damage. That's a lot. So he was at no wounds before, and he is now at 8 wounds. And he's got a maximum health of 14. So he's hurt. He's pretty darn hurt. He's 6 HP down from being down. And this 11 does not hit, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and summon with the Vermis Puppeteer, because the monsters have these abilities on the bottom of their cards, and you will do them when they elect to, or when the game tells you to. And so he has summoned, and so now it's the end of the combat round. He's going to summon another dude, and it is a fighting outhouse, who will attack the person with the lowest morale, and that is, once again, the Mercenary Alchemist. Okay, so I have options here. I could flee from combat, except actually this guy has Pursue. And so normally you can run from fights, and if you escape, you escape. You don't get anything for escaping except your life, but unfortunately this Tongue Runner has the Pursue ability. And Pursue makes it so I cannot escape from a fight as long as that monster is alive and undazed or unhexed. So right now I have to kill or daze or hex this guy to flee. Yeah, David, that's exactly what I'm thinking right now. Maybe it's time to run. Gosh, because this guy has tons of health and armor as well. Oh boy. So I need to kill this Tongue Runner first. So I'm gonna have the Sickly Soldier attack this Tongue Runner instead. I'm gonna attack this Tongue Runner in an attempt to kill it and then flee. Okie dokie. You know what, guys? This could be a super short stream. This could be like, how long have we been doing this for? Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Maybe more than that. But this could be it. If these guys both die here, fail to escape and get killed, then, thanks a lot. Maybe we'll set up High Frontier and play that right now. Okay. Assault Stance, Sickly Soldier, attacking that Tongue Runner. He gets... I guess really no bonuses. Oh, you know what? Actually, this guy, hold on. I forgot something. I'm going to back up because I'm going to save my butt here. I have Find Weakness as a mastery on the Mercenary Alchemist. I should have done this before my attack, so I'm actually going to do it now. So he's going to make a perception test as a quick action, and I'm going to try to find the weakness of the Tongue Runner. And I succeeded. That 6 is 1 lower than my perception. So I succeed, and I'm going to attach this to the Tongue Runner. So now the Tongue Runner is going to take 1 extra damage in fights until he's dead. So that will be super helpful, I hope. I really hope. All right, so again, Sickly Soldier, Trench Spike, the Tongue Runner. So I only get 1 power die this time. My Sickly Soldier, he comes out strong on the first round of combat, but that's kind of it. So ignoring the green dice. All right, that's great. So 4, 5, 6, that is low enough to hit. And I'll hit it for 6 damage plus 1 is 7. I don't even need to hit it for that much. It only has 3 HP. So Tongue Runner has been defeated. Go ahead and set that, I don't know, it's up here so I remember it. Okay, and this goes back now. I can use it again in a second. So that helps, that's good. And now it goes back to the Mercenary Alchemist. Do I still want to try to flee? I think the answer is yes, even though I've killed that guy. I can't lose sight of the fact that I killed this dude so I could flee. I don't need to get emboldened here by killing it and thinking I can fight now. So let's have the Mercenary Alchemist attempt to flee. Because this guy also has Infect, which is not ideal. Infect is going to hook me up with negative status buffs that I don't want. So let's have this guy attempt to escape. Now there's a slight procedure for escaping. Let me just double check what it is. I don't flee that often in this game, so I need to remind myself of how that works. Let's see. So if I want to escape, I need to be in the guard stance, make an agility test. If I pass, I succeed in fleeing, but attacks against me will become resolved. So I guess let's do it. Yeah, let's attempt to escape. So, pull these out for now. Let's go ahead and make this agility test. 7 versus my 7. That is a success. No problem. I escape. But combat will now occur. I'm not attacking, but I will. I'm in the guard stance, and I will be attacked by them. So let's go ahead and resolve that. And actually, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So he's able to get away. He's able to flee. He successfully defends. He's able to flee and not take damage from any of these jokers. And that is great. So this guy's out of the fight, which means all these dudes are going to go over to here, because this is now the only person in combat. So let's flip this guy to guard stance. Have him make an agility test to attempt to flee. Agility 7. That is a good enough roll. Barely, but it's good enough. And then let's try to flee. Or we did flee. Let's see if we take damage. So we'll take no damage from these guys either. Take 6 less on a successful defense, and we're able to get out of there. So we successfully flee. And great, that's it. So these guys get shuffled back into the deck. They are not defeated. In fact, I'm defeated. They are considered to have won that fight. Give it a quick little shuffle here. Oh boy, and I'm dropping all the cards. What's up, guys? It's the back of my head. Hope it looks good. All right, and let's switch back to me. Hey, I'm very good at manipulating this the way I want to. Back to the board. There we go. Can I heal? Yes, I can rest in town, and I want to do that anyway because I need to get rid of I need to place the fungus. So yes, I can heal by resting in town. So I did kill this guy. I did kill this tongue runner, so I am going to get some experience. I'll get 1 experience and 1 gold on the sickly soldier. I will then go ahead and go on to the next turn. So now we're back to the map phase, and I'm now able to do map stuff again, which includes moving, but also resting, and resting is how you heal. And like I said before, resting in this mission is also how I put fungus down. So let's go ahead and do exactly that. Let's rest. So we're going to take the rest action in the map phase, and as part of the rest action, you get access to a whole host of other actions. The first thing you have to do, though, when resting is attempt to heal. You recover. Now, my sickly soldier has trench rot, so even though my sickly soldier is not taking any damage, every time he tries to recover, and recovering is mandatory when you rest, there's a chance that he becomes infected because he's a sick boy. So let's go ahead and roll a couple of green dice here, and I need to check against my morale, which is 8. So if I get an 8 or less, I'm good to go, and I got a 7. So my sickly soldier is just fine. Is there anything else I want to do while I'm here? I guess he is the fungus guy, so I will go ahead and do my fungus action now. Because when you take a rest action, you do all the actions with you have one guy do all the rest actions that they'll do, and then the other person does all the rest actions they'll do. So the sickly soldier recovered, and now he's going to do his spreading the fungus. So as a rest action, you may place a fungus counter on their space. No rolls needed. You just drop a fungus counter there. So I got a few of these now by me. I'm going to drop this fungus counter, ding, right there. So I'm now, in some respect, 1/5 of the way to winning this game. Cool. See you, Steve. Take care. All right. Then is there anything else I want to do while I'm resting? I do have a bunch of experience. It's possible I want to use some experience to get a skill while I'm here. Let me actually... Kind of busting out a phone here is not a great idea on a stream, but there is this app that someone made called the Morbad Scorepad. It's on at least the Android App Store. It's super useful, and it allows you to check out like what skills, because there are a bunch of skills in this game. and you need to qualify for them. And this kind of lets you input like, all right, I'm the sickly soldier, so pick him here. And how much experience do I have? I've got 11 right now. So as the sickly soldier, you know, here are the list of skills that I qualify for, which is real slick. And so that's better than like flipping through, you know, the deck one by one. All right, he could be good with, let's see, Foe Killer. Your melee attacks do more against high XP value targets. It's actually pretty good. I think I might just go ahead and grab that. I might not even look any further. I might just say that's the one for me. Just make him all out damage dealer. Martial discipline. Let's see, gourmet. Yeah, gosh, I think that I might just go straight for Foe Killer. So that's easy. So I'm going to go ahead and improve my skills. And I'm going to spend 8 of my experience, which again, experience, kind of like luck, is a currency in this game. And so I'll go ahead and spend 8 of it on Foe Killer. So I go from 11 down to 7, or down to a 3. And that is all this guy's going to do on his turn. So now, on his rest actions. So now it is going to be the Mercenary Alchemist's turn to rest. First, he's going to try to recover, which he needs badly. So he's a morale of 7. Let's try to improve that. Ugh, that sucks. So we got a 10. That is not good enough. So he will only improve half of his morale. Rounded up is 1, 2, 3, 4. He's still very hurt. Oh, and I placed that fungus, so I guess I need a roll to see if the Plague Finder General shows up. There's 1 on the board. And I guess I would have switched to Cautious Stance. So I did say earlier I'll be in Cautious Stance to place these. So I am now going to go ahead and roll for the Plague Finder. If I get a 1, he'll show up. And I got a 5, so he did not show up. Anyway, so back to the rest actions. This guy now needs to see if he wants to do anything else. He only has 6 experience. And so I think he's just going to hang on to that. And this is not a town, so I cannot sell here. So that's it. That's all I'm going to do. Sorry, danger card time. Surreal horrors beyond comprehension whisper obscene curses within the eerie echoing chambers of the Tunnel of Terror. And so the Tunnel of Terror, if I am... where is it, actually? It's way over there. It goes from a 4 to a 5. That right down there. And then I have to check if this is an explored space, which it is. I'm checking against a 5. This 5 versus this 3 means no encounter. Again, if the card value is equal to or lower than the danger of the space, which is actually, this is not a 3, it's now a 4 because I fled from that fight. But it was still not good enough for me to fight. And then we don't have an encounter phase, and we move on. So now that I have fungus there. I think maybe I switch to the bold stance. Actually, I can't because this is a path. So yeah, let's just stay in the cautious stance and move to that path. And then draw a danger card. The mystical energies of the void flow and herald the approach of a malevolent invader from beyond. Each space with a void gate becomes worse, but there are no void gates out, so nothing becomes worse. If we are not in a space with a void gate, we're checking with a danger level 3, and we're checking here against the Blasted Heath, I believe that is. Actually, no, this is going to be against the Wasteland. So it's this 3 versus this 3, but I'm cautious, and I do kind of want to sneak around right now. So I am going to attempt to evade finding any monsters. So I need to make perception tests with everyone in the party, which are both my guys. And if they both pass, this will effectively raise by 1, which in this instance will mean no encounter. So I need a 7 or lower, and actually on both these guys. So here's for the Sickly Soldier. You got a 7, that's great. And for the Mercenary Alchemist, got a 4. That's also great. So I forgot to switch to the cam, so you're gonna have to trust me that I got those rolls. I will not fight anything this turn then, which is fantastic. Right now, my sort of idea is to sneak as much as I can. And then it's the next turn. So from this space, I'm going to move into Pigskin Port. And in Pigskin Port now, I can be selling stuff there and buying stuff because it is a safe location. And in fact, I won't have any monster encounters there. So let's draw a danger card. You feel a chill run down your spine. And again, no danger level in Pigskin Port right now, so I will not be checking this against anything. Now, I was intending to play with these settlement encounters, and I forgot about them both times last stream. I don't know how often they would have come up, because I wasn't in towns that often, but I am going to remember them this time. And so, if the card I drew has an encounter marker on it, which it does, and I'm safe, I will have a settlement encounter. So it's got to be in the Highlands, which it is. Great. Those gifted with powers of divination are revered and sacred to the peoples of the borderlands. They are even known to influence the fates when motivated with the proper offerings. The party may consult, ignore, or fight the oracle. Let's consult the oracle. That sounds good. I'm not against it. Plus pay 4 gold pieces or more. And when you pay... Oh, so let's see. Do I even have 4 gold? I don't have 4 gold. I have a total of 2 gold. No, 1 gold, actually. He has 1 gold. He has 0 gold. So I cannot afford to pay this oracle to benefit me. Bummer. Well, that's it. Yeah, I can't afford to pay the oracle, so I won't. All right. Next round. I am going to rest here because I need to place fungus and I need to heal up the Mercenary Alchemist. All right, let's have the Sickly Soldier rest first and try to recover. I need an 8 or less, and I got an 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's switch down to here. So I got an 8 on that roll as these two, and I will drop fungus. So let's put that there, and then roll 1d6 on a 1 or a 2. The Plague Finder General goes to the Holy Order. And I got a 3, no problem. And then that is all the Sickly Soldier is going to do. You know what? No, the Sickly Soldier is going to sell some things. I got a bunch of items that I don't need. I don't need this Spiked Gauntlet. I'm going to sell that. I will also... Actually, I have this human sacrifice from last time, which is someone I rescued. I can return them to Gutfish Ford, but I'm not going that way, so... Never mind. I will sell this, though, the Spiked Gauntlet. So to do that, I'm first gonna have to. Actually, I'm not in the bold stance, so never mind. I can't even sell stuff. Let's have the Mercenary Alchemist go then. The Mercenary Alchemist is gonna go ahead and roll for his recovery. I need a 7 or lower, and I got a 7. That's great. So I will heal the rest of the way on the Mercenary Alchemist. A little more confident now in my ability to move about. And again, he doesn't really have the experience. He doesn't. We're not in a bold stance, so we can't go buy stuff. And so that's going to be the end of my rest action. So let's move on. Let's draw a danger card. You've attracted the attention of an unmistakable malignant force in your current space. So my current space is going to get a little more dangerous because it's a town. It's going to go from a level 3 town down to a level 2 town. So danger and town levels are like a tug of war. If you think you have, they go from 1 to 6. Each one goes from 1 to 6. You got town on the left, and you got danger on the right. So a 6 town degrades to a 5 town, to a 4 town, etc., etc. And then when you're at 1 town and it degrades from a 1 town to a 1 danger, and then to a 2 danger and a 3 danger, etc. So 6 orange is level 6 danger, and that's the worst, whereas 6 town, 6 green is 6 town would be the best. Okay, let's stay cautious, because I could quickly travel over here in the bold stance, if and I wanted to. Let's go to... I'm at full health now. I can move boldly. So I'm going to switch to the bold stance. So I'm boldly moving. I'm going to forced march over to the windmill. And now I need to make constitution tests on each of my dudes, which I realized I forgot to do earlier. They rested right after, though, so it wouldn't have really made that big of a difference. But let's go ahead and make Constitution tests. It's a 5 for the Sickly Soldier. He does not pass, so he becomes fatigued. Being fatigued is not the worst. It makes it so you can't forced march any further, and you get rid of this stuff when you rest. So the Sickly Soldier is fatigued, and then we're going to have... I'm throwing dice all over. Then the Mercenary Alchemist is going to roll these 2 green dice, and he passes. So he's not fatigued. Pardon me one moment while my Butterfingers go and grab that die I just threw across the room. Okay, I have returned. Die recovered. So they have both successfully forced march, and now we're going to draw a danger card. Clouds of ash are seen on the horizon, kicked up by hordes of demons marching across the blasted heath. So the blasted heath is going to go from a 3 to a 4, so back to where it started. As you defeat monsters in areas, it lowers the danger, and I traveled through a chunk of this last time, so that benefited. And if I am indoors, which I am indoors, I'm checking against a danger level 1 versus 3, I'm absolutely having an encounter. And it's going to be an encounter card and 3 monsters. I'm glad I'm at full health now. So let's check that encounter card first. It says resolve immediately. If I'm not in a metaphysical space, which I'm not in a metaphysical space, a fugitive begs you to help him hide from a squad of lawmen that are hot in his heels. The party may hide, ignore, or fight him. Fight the dude. So let's see. Hot. It's a fugitive wanting help. I mean, my dudes are fugitives, and the law is gonna kind of be messing with us. I'm working for Lord Scrott, and Lord Scrott, I feel like, would hate the law. Let's do it. Let's hide, ignore, or fight. I will hide him. Hide. Each adventurer in the party must make a perception test. If anyone fails, draw monsters from the law deck this turn instead of the Highlands monsters. If all adventurers pass, or if you defeat the lawmen, each adventurer may discard a bandit grudge. I don't have a bandit grudge, but I will go ahead and make some perception tests. So, first, Sickly Soldier needs a 7 or lower, and I succeeded with a 5. And then the Mercenary Alchemist needs a 7 or lower. And he got an 8. No good. So if anyone fails, draw monsters from the law deck this turn instead of the Highlands. So I will be fighting law dudes. And I'm going to be fighting 3 of them. So 1, 2, 3. So we've got the Plague Conscript, the Frothing Zealot, and the Man at Arms. So those are the 3 law guys I'm going to be fighting right now. So the Plague Conscript is lowest constitution, the Sickly Soldier. The Man at Arms is highest agility, which is tied. And then the Frothing Zealot is highest strength, which is the Sickly Soldier at 8. So these 2 are going to go attack the Sickly Soldier. And so it might be worth it to have the Man at Arms go ahead and attack the Sickly Soldier as well. Though that is not great because this guy is such a low HP. Yeah, let's do it. We'll put them all on the Sickly Soldier. And then this guy is going to have to hopefully do some damage. So they have tied perception, so I can choose who goes first. I will have the Mercenary Alchemist go first in the assault stance. Though I can find weakness. I find weakness after being in the guard stance. So let's do that instead. Let's guard and try to apply find weakness. So who do I want to kill here? This guy has Annoy, which means I have to be in the guard stance. This guy has Berserk and Onslaught, which is not cool. He's going to do a lot of damage on the first turn of combat, and Onslaught will make me take more damage if I'm in guard stance, which I have to be. And this guy has Horde Militant if there's any other militants in the party, which there are not. So otherwise, they would do more damage. So this guy's going to be a real pain, this Frothing Zealot. He's got 8 HP but no armor, whereas this guy's got 3 HP and 1 armor. Let's put this on the Frothing Zealot. We'll try to. So let's make a perception test. 7 or lower. Do not succeed. So this will not be applied this turn. And then I guess... Gosh, I guess let's just shoot him. I guess, yeah, we got it, unfortunately. Maybe I want to try to get this Plague Conscript down, though. No, let's go for the Frothing Zealot, because if I can knock his health down, the Sickly Soldier has Polearm Discipline, which means I can attack before this guy gets a chance to and potentially kill him before he does damage. So that's the gambit I'm going to take. So let's go ahead and roll a shot against this Frothing Zealot. Only care about the orange dice this time. And that is going to successfully hit for 4 damage to the Frothing Zealot, which is great. So 3 and 4. And then it is going to be this guy's turn, the Sickly Soldier. So he has to be in guard stance because of Annoy, though he would be in guard stance anyway. And I will use my Trench Spike, which is a 2-handed heavy item, and my Polearm Discipline ability makes it so if I get to deal damage with a reach attack before, resolve my attack before I resolve the attacks of monsters targeting you in the first round of combat, unless I'm stunned, but I'm not stunned. So I'll hopefully be able to kill this guy. He's taken 4 damage. He's at half health. If I can do 4 damage, actually if I can do 3 damage because my Trench Spike does +1 damage on the first round. So let's go for it. Let's attack that Frothing Zealot. So that hits. 5 and 2 is 7, which is lower than my strength of 8. And it hits for 5 damage. +1 is 6 damage, and I get to do my attack before my target does. So this guy is going to die before he gets a chance to hit me, which is great, because that's a tough dude. He can do a lot of damage. And then these guys are going to attack. So for defense, that is not going to be enough for me to successfully defend. I will take 2 damage off this attack, though. So it is 8 damage minus 2 is 6. I am very hurt from that. And let's move on then to the Mercenary Alchemist. I'm going to attempt to put this onto the Man-at-Arms. Pass Perception. That does pass Perception. So he has his weakness found. And now I'm going to go ahead and shoot him with a pistol. So ignoring those, that does not hit. So no damage done to the Man-at-Arms from the Mercenary Alchemist. Let's then have the Frothing Zealot go for it. Oh, sorry, Frothing Zealot. I thought I became that person for a second. Let's have the Sickly Soldier go for it. Same guy, Man-at-Arms, is who I'm targeting. I'm very good at dropping this 1 die. This one's fortunately very close to me, so I can grab it. So normally, I have this dice tower on the other side, like over here, and for some reason, having it right here is making me like drop the dice in a weird spot. All right, so I do hit, and I defend as well. So I defend for -6 damage from them, no problem, and I hit for 4 damage, +1 is 5 damage. He's got 2 armor, though, so he's only going to take 3 hits. Not too bad. All right, and then let's have the Mercenary Alchemist go again. So I've already got Find Weakness down, so why don't we go ahead and switch to Assault Stance. Shooting the Man-at-Arms with a pistol. I do not hit, and that's actually... No, there's no shot use for that. So do not hit, and that's it. All right, back to the Sickly Soldier. Attacking the Man-at-Arms from the guard stance. 5, 6, 7, 8 does not defend, and ooh, I take just 1 less damage. So that's actually going to knock out the Sickly Soldier, though I do have luck. Do I re-roll this 5? If I get a 1, 2, 3, or 4, I'm good to go. Yeah, let's use luck to re-roll that, because otherwise I'm getting knocked out. Use my last luck on the Sickly Soldier to re-roll this 5. I got a 2. That's great. So I succeed now in my defense, and so I'm going to apply this -3 to each of those dudes, and they will do a total of 2 damage to me, which is still, I mean, I'm still very hurt, but not as hurt as I would have been. So the 3 and the 1 that hits, that'll be 3 damage to this dude. +1 is 4, -2 is 2, which is enough to kill him, though. So he's only got 4 HP. All right, and then we go back over here to the Mercenary Alchemist. Go ahead and I'm just going to attack. I'm not even going to try to find a weakness. I'm just going to straight up attack. 6 in that 1 hits for 6 damage, kills him. No problem whatsoever. All right. Let's see here. So now I need to get experience and gold from these guys. So that is going to be for the Sickly Soldier. I get 2 experience and 1 gold. 1, 1, 2. And I get to make a loot roll. And so I will need to roll 1 or 2 to get loot. And I got a 1. Look at that. So I find a fancy saber. It's an agility melee attack. And I get +1 morale as long as I have it equipped. So all right, I'll hang on to that. Probably going to sell it, but that's all right. And then the Mercenary Alchemist gets 1 experience from this guy, no gold, and will loot on a result of 1, and he got a 5, so no loot. Switch back up here to the overhead. All right, so I'm definitely going to need a rest. I mean, I need a rest anyway, because I'm trying to drop fungus here. So let's go to the cautious stance and attempt to rest. I'm going to have a sip, though, of this Coca-Cola. Okay, let's go ahead and rest at the windmill. I will have the Sickly Soldier attempt to heal first. So let's switch back here. And I'm going to roll these orange dice to heal. I need an 8 or less to heal a bunch. And I do, I got a 6. So that lets me heal 8 health, which is all the way to the top. And then I will go ahead, and we are not in a town. I don't have much experience, so I'm just going to place a fungus. So 1 fungus counter goes on the windmill, which is going to cause the Plague Finder General to potentially show up. I'm in the cautious stance, so it's a 1, 2, or 3, and he will show up, and it's a 2. So I'm going to take this Plague Finder token and put him in the Holy Order. And then let's have the Mercenary Alchemist. You know what? He actually doesn't need to heal anything. There's no penalty if he fails to heal. So the Mercenary Alchemist, there's nothing he can really do here. Let me check. Let me take a look at that app. Let me take a look at this app and see if I want to improve with the Mercenary Alchemist. He's only got 7 experience, which is not great. What can he get? He could get Lurker. In fight, you may skip your turn and act last after all adventure. That doesn't matter. I can choose anyway. Provoke. You can pull dudes to him. That could be okay. Dope Smoker. That's not that great. Dilettante. When you improve, you may learn any skill that requires those things. No, I'm gonna live. I'm gonna hang out as is right now. So no, nothing else going on in the rest phase here. Let's move on to the danger phase. What have we got here? Fiends crawl forth from the unknown depths of the vast hellish chasm. Why did I say chasm? Chasm, spanning only by... I'm not reading very well. Skullbridge is what's getting worse. Skullbridge is what's getting worse. Ooh. That goes from a 4 to a 5 up there. Let's load that up. And then we're checking this 4 against this 3. Actually, this is a 2 because I defeated the monsters here. And so, no encounter. Let's move cautiously. You know what? No, let's go bold stance and move boldly to the north bridge. So, making a constitution test for the sickly soldier. He failed. He only has a 5 constitution right now. So he is fatigued. And the Mercenary Alchemist is checking against a 7, and he got a 3, so he's fine. Let me take a quick look at the mission booklet here for a second for spreading the Blight. So spreading the Blight. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if the Plague Finder General had a chance to appear every time, like every turn as long as there was fungus, or just when I place. And it's just when I place. And then I think he follows me. I think he just moves 1 space at a time. Well, yeah, moves 1 space towards its destination. Okay. So, he would have moved to there. And so again, when he gets to me, we're going to have to fight him, and if he gets to these counters, he removes them. Great. So I force march to there. That's his move in the danger phase. Creeping things lurk in the dark woodland surrounding the Hunt Lodge. So we are not in a law space right now. So we're going to check this against the foothills, which is a 2, so that I will not have an encounter. The Hunt Lodge will get worse, however. Hunt Lodge goes from a 2-town degrading to a 1-town. And then it's the next turn. So I think I will rest here. You know what? No, I'm going to switch to the cautious stance and just move into the road. And then let's draw a danger card. We're just moving along here. Goblin witches chant and call forth noxious horrors bubbling up from the burning lakes. And that's going to be a 3, checking against the fields of a 2. No encounter. The burning lakes, however, does get worse. Burning lakes is right over here at a 4, so it goes up to a 5. All right, and then let's move. Let's just cautiously move into Brutalberg. Drawing a danger card. Lawlessness and banditry and nightmarish visions plague the populace of once prosperous Pigskin Port. Okay, so that is danger level of 1. So it doesn't matter, it looks I'm in a city. So we're going to go ahead and make Pigskin Port even worse. It's going to go to a 1 town level. All right, so while I am here, so as a plague counter, I got to remind myself when I go into a space with a plague counter, let me see. I got my little book here. So, plague. Recover 1 less wound for every plague counter you have. If you gain a plague counter, okay, if you fail a recovery test, and your lowest single die is equal to or less than the number of plague counters in your space, you gain the plague. Okay, so because of this plague counter right here in Brutalberg, when I'm resting here, there's a chance I recover. I get the plague. And you might not realize it initially, but the plague is bad. I know the name does not necessarily communicate that, but plague is bad, okay? So wear your masks, social distance, don't get the plague. We're gonna rest. I mean, we have to, right? So let's go ahead and rest. Let's recover with the Sickly Soldier first. So we're gonna go ahead and make a roll here, and hey, look at that. We immediately fail. I needed an 8, I got a 9. So if you fail a recovery test, and your lowest single die is equal to or less, so it is not equal to, there's only 1 plague here. I will not get the plague, but I will, because of my trench rot, become infected. So let me just lean over here and find that. All right, so I do recover wounds. I'll recover, I mean, I'm at full anyway, I guess. So I get infected, but infected is no wound recovery. So if I want to recover wounds, I'm effectively going to have to rest twice. The first time will get rid of the infected. The second time will then be able to heal me. And then, is there anything I want to do in this town? I think I might want to maybe sell some stuff, get some gold. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's draw some items up here. So we're gonna draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'm in the cautious stance. Never mind, I'm in the cautious stance. I can't be selling while I'm cautious. I will stay cautious as well. So disregard me trying to buy and sell stuff. I will, though, put a fungus token in Brutalberg. So I only need to put 1 more fungal token down, and it's in the Holy Order. That's not bad. That's not bad. Again, this has been kind of a walk in the park so far. So let's go ahead and then have, I guess, the Mercenary Alchemist. The Mercenary Alchemist has no wounds and no penalty for a failed recovery roll. So I'm not even gonna bother with that. Even though it's a mandatory roll, there's no penalty here for failing it, so I'm not gonna roll it. Actually, that's serious. Never mind. There's the plague counter now, so yes, I will roll. Just wanted to confirm that before I skip the mandatory roll. So he did fail, but his die is not lower than the plague counter, so no worry. Let's, I guess, because this Plague Finder General is close now. If I can go here and then fight him here, defeat him, go here, drop the last fungus, and that'll be it. And that will be super fast and super straightforward. I have like an itching suspicion I'm missing something here, just because this is feeling, again, very, very kind of walk in the park right now. I'm just gonna give myself a quick scan of this mission here to make sure I'm not missing something. So yeah, start in the Temple of Madness, which is where I did. It's where I ended the last turn. So get the fungal parasite. I have the fungal parasite. Put in the Bandit Camp, Brutalberg, Holy Order, Pigskin Port, Windmill. Bandit Camp, Brutalberg, Holy Order, Pigskin Port, Windmill, yeah. Set the Plague Finder General off to the side. I did that. You complete the mission when there's a fungus counter in each space with a clue counter. As a rest action, the fungal host can place a fungus counter in their space. When they place a fungus counter, the Plague Finder General is not on the board. You must roll a d6. Blah, blah, blah. If the roll is equal to or less than the total fungus on the board, you must place the Plague Finder in the Holy Order. Then increase the bounty level. So I forgot to increase the bounty level. I should be a 4. Wouldn't have really changed anything. And then the Plague Finder General. The Plague Finder General will follow the fungal host. When the Plague Finder General moves into a fungus space, remove a fungus counter from that space. If the Plague Finder General is destroyed, increase the bounty. Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah. All is well. So I just my plan right now is going to be go here next turn, and then he'll come meet me, and then I'll fight him and defeat him, hopefully. And upon defeating him, I'll then be able to get to the Holy Order, place another fungus, And because yeah, it says once I place the fungus counter, I win. So I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself right now in that I am looking up to make sure I can win here before I've actually won. But I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. I don't want to realize halfway through that I've screwed something up terribly. So let's see. When I'm with an epic monster, I just fight him, right? Yeah. Into or out of a space with an epic monster. Can't pass through. During the danger phase, you must fight them in addition to the monster. Yeah, okay. Cool. Well, let's keep going. So that is me resting. Let's draw a danger card. Wetlands Outbreak. That's okay. There's no dramatic text to read with a Wetlands Outbreak. So every space in the wetlands with a plague counter, which is this one here, will get another plague counter. So that gets one. And then roll 1d6. Put a plague counter in the black tree. And then I'm checking. Again, there's no encounter here because I'm in a town. So no problem, no problem. And then I'm going to cautiously, well, he moves. The Plague Finder General moves to the crossroads. And then on my next turn, I'm going to cautiously move here and draw a danger card. Heretical cults meet in secret to conduct blasphemous rites amongst the moss-covered branches of the Witchwood. So we're checking this 4 against that 2. I am not in a law space, or the field is a law space, but I don't check the law here. So no problem, no issues, no encounter. And the Witchwood gets worse. Witchwood is at a 6 already. So that is going to cause it to reveal the Hand of Doom. Going to place one of these blue Hand of Doom tokens way up here on the Hand of Doom track. And then this sucker, which is right here, the Hand of Doom. The Hand of Doom is going to go ahead and appear, point menacingly at the Witchwood, which is right here. Though I guess the Hand of Doom can't go to the Witchwood. It says the East Bridge. Okay, so the East Bridge, it's actually very close to me. Go right there. So as long as the Hand of Doom is here, I don't want to be there. And I'm not going to go there for right now anyway, so it's fine. But I will also draw a Doom card whenever the Hand of Doom moves, which it did. It just moved onto the board. So this would apply to the Badlands. This goes to the Highlands. I need to draw these basically till I get one that matches my area. Here we go. The Hand of Doom conjures forth the Harbingers, instilling them with the fearsome and unnatural power. Okay, so the Hand of Doom, these are going to get reshuffled. The Hand of Doom is going to have me place the Knife Wraith counter in the Hand of Doom's space. So let me find the Knife Wraith from this deck. There he is. The Knife Wraith. I'll let you guys get a nice good look at the Knife Wraith. Kind of a cool looking fella. And then I need to find the counter for the Knife Wraith. There he is. Alright, so the Knife Wraith goes into the Hand of Doom's space. So that's going to be here at the East Bridge. So it moves first towards the Holy Order and then towards Bristleburg. Harbingers in the Lowlands have the Endless ability, and it remains in play. So we'll just keep it right here. So this guy is also now going to be an epic monster I might have to deal with. First he goes towards the Holy Order, so he's actually going to be following me down to here, which is not great. If I have to fight both these epic monsters in a single fight, that could be rough. So my walk in the park mention earlier is maybe not going to be the case. So the Hand of Doom's down. There was no encounter. And so let's go ahead and move on. So I guess I'm just going to move here. Well, actually, hang on. Let me think here. Let me think for a second. So... I'm going to have to fight these guys. But it's going to probably... I want to manipulate it to be one at a time. I want to manipulate this to be one at a time. So let me think here. Let's say I go back to Brutalberg, in theory. And this guy's going to move here. And this guy's going to move here. And then I could move here next turn, fight the Plaguefinder General. The Knife Wraith will go from here to here. Actually, no, you know what? I can fight this turn and then flee down this way next turn. It's fine. Yeah, I'll fight him because this guy's going to move to the road. So I have a turn before that thing makes it to me. So yeah, let's Cautious Stance move, bing, right to there. And then draw a danger card. Cults of Death practice necromantic rites, and dead things hunt the living who dare enter the catacombs. So it's a 5 versus that 2. There won't be any encounter, but I will fight this guy. Yeesh, this is actually... That sucks. that actually is a super bummer because it's going to be another epic monster that's going to be here. Yeesh, yeesh, yeesh. All right, I gotta double check the rule here. I want to make sure, even if there's no actual encounter phase, do I still fight that epic monster? And I assume the answer is yes. But I want to make sure that that is correct. So let's see. Epic monster counters. If there are one or more epic monster counters in your space during the danger phase, you must fight each of them in addition to any monsters added by the danger card draw. Large counters, page 17. Following large size of special effects. Epic monster counter. You must fight each epic monster in your space regardless of your danger card draw. If your danger card indicates you are attacked by random monsters, treat your party size as one less when determining the monster cards. Okay, ignore epic monsters and law icons on your danger card. Epic law monster counter. That's what he is. He's a law guy. So treat your danger card as having the law icon. Do not draw random monsters this turn unless they are law. If your danger card's value is greater than the bounty level, which it is the 5 versus the 4, do not draw... If you are alone, do not draw random monsters. Okay, well, never mind. I'm not alone. You must fight the epic monster in your space regardless of your danger card value. Ignore any events and epic monster icons on your danger card. Okay, so I'm just going to fight him straight up then. Because it says to ignore epic monsters that are drawn on the card, which is the case. That's all that's on there for this. So I will just fight the Plaguefinder General. So let's go ahead and move to battle. So the Knife Wraith is not currently in fighting, but the Plaguefinder General is. So the Plaguefinder General is going to attack the person with the lowest con. That's my boy right here, sadly. I really wish it was the other way around. I need Provoke on this dude. Then he is going to gas me, and he's going to rally for more dudes. So gas is going to ask me to make a Constitution test, and if fail, become poisoned. So let's do a Constitution test first on the Sickly Soldier. I need a 5 or lower, and I got a 4. That's lucky. And on the Mercenary Alchemist, I need a 7 or lower, and that is also pretty good. So no gas, not too bad. And then the Plaguefinder General has Rally, and that's going to have him bring the Law into the fight. So he's going to bring one more law counter with him, one law dude with him. And it is a bounty hunter, who is the highest perception. That's tied between these two. Let's put it on... I kind of want to put it on this guy, because I just don't have much HP. No, let's put them both here. Let's put them both here. We can always change this next turn if it's not going to work. And we can flee because we're not in the bold stance, so their pursue will not be affecting me this turn. Okay, let's go ahead and start combat now. We'll begin with this fellow over here, and I'm going to switch to the guard stance to attempt to find the weakness of the... Kind of thinking the bounty hunter, actually. Just so we can knock that guy out of combat quick. So let's do that. Let's try to put it on that guy. So perception, need a 7 or lower, and we got a 6. That's great. And then let's shoot that guy. All right, well, I threw a die across the room again, but I was smart enough to go pick up the bag of dice that I have for this game. I feel like I need like some counseling here about holding little dice, because I have never dropped these more than I am right now. So, got a new die. Let's go ahead and make this roll to attack the bounty hunter with a pistol. And we've got, don't need to worry about defense, so that hits. That's actually very good. That hits for 5 damage, plus 1 is 6, and I ignore armor with the pistol. That's 7 damage. So it's 6. I don't know why I said 7. But this guy only has 5 HP, so he's defeated. All right, get that fine weakness back, and now it is time for my polearm man to attack the Plague Finder General. I'm staying in the guard stance, sort of against my character's build, right? Because he has a bunch of abilities that are good when he's in the assault stance and only on the first round of combat. So I guess if I wanted, I could try, because I get to roll 2 power dice for strength then. I'm getting greedy is what I'm getting. I could try to attack this guy. I could try to attack this dude with my polearm, my Ferocious Charge. That would do 1 extra damage. He'll hit me for 5. At worst, he hits me for 5 damage, which is a lot. That's half my HP. Let's do it. You know what? We're gonna switch to assault stance. I've only got 1 guy targeting me anyway, I guess. So, you know, it's not that bad. So, let's No, you know, I'm sorry. I keep flipping on this. No, we're staying in guard stance. I gotta play cautiously. I gotta be careful. We're attacking him then. So I succeeded in my defense. I'll take 4 less damage. He deals 5, so I'll take a point of damage. And he's got pain. And pain is when I receive 1 or more wounds. I make a constitution test. If I fail, I become stunned till the end of the next turn. So I'll do that in a sec after I resolve these. So I do hit him for 5 damage. And I do +1 because it's the first round at combat. So I will do 6 damage. -2 is going to be a cool 4. It's not bad. It's not too bad. And then I'm going to go ahead and make that constitution test. You know, 5 or less, and it's not a 5 or less. So I'm stunned. So stunned is no power dice. I'm only stunned till the end of the next turn. So I'll get over it. I'll get over it. All right, and Mercenary Alchemist now. I'm going to switch to the... I'll stay in guard, actually. I'm going to try to apply Find Weakness again. So let's apply Find Weakness. Come on, good perception test. That is good. So I will successfully apply that to him, take extra damage, and then I'm going to shoot him. That 5 and that 3 is an 8. That does not hit. I have a perception, unfortunately, of 7, so no damage done. Back to the Sickly Soldier. I don't get a power die, so let's just stab him with the Trench Spike. So that is not good. That is a 9. So I'm going to take 5 damage here, sadly. So that sucks. And he might stun me again. I'm almost dead. I'm at 6 of 10 HP. I've taken 6 wounds and I can take 10 before I die. So let's go ahead and, well, I do hit him, I guess. I will hit him for 5 damage, minus 2, 3 damage. So 1, 2, 3. And let's see if I'm still stunned. I am still stunned. All right, back to the Mercenary Alchemist. Actually, I hit him for 1 extra damage, sorry. So it's actually, I did 5, minus 2 is 3, but plus 1 is 4. So 6, 7, 8. He only needs to take 2 more damage. This guy's going to switch to Assault Stance and attempt to do that extra damage. He hits him for 3, plus 1 is 4. So 4 damage, minus 2 is 2 damage. And as we were just saying, he only needs to take 2 more damage. So it's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 damage. So that's great. 10 damage done. Unfortunately, my sickly soldier's pretty hurt. And that's also going to put the sickly soldier in a position to get luck, because he's the only one that took damage this turn, which actually that might have been true a little while ago as well. It's easy to forget that one. So I need to make a Constitution test and get a luck if I pass. That sucks. So I need a 5 or lower, and I did not get it. Oh well. Okay, so I'm going to now collect a bunch of golden experience. They were both killed by the Mercenary Alchemist. So the Mercenary Alchemist gets 1 experience from this guy, 4 experience from this guy, and actually the same amount of gold. So 5 experience and 5 gold. Go ahead and go from 0 to 5 gold, and go from 7 to 12 experience. And then, because this is an epic monster, the gold, or the experience rather, also goes to the sickly soldier, who will get 4 experience. So he'll go from 5 to 9. And then we get to roll loot. As long as this guy gets a 5 or lower, we'll get loot, and it'll be epic loot too. And he got a 6. Of course he got a 6. All right, no loot. And the Plague Fighter General he'll be back. So I'm not gonna get rid of him. Okay, and because I defeated the Plague Fighter General, I also raised the bounty from a 4 to a 5. Cool. Okay, and now this guy moves in the danger phase. And now it is the next turn. So I'm infected, but I'm not, I could switch to the bold stance and try to run over here to the Holy Order and try to complete this mission before this Knife Wraith catches me, which I am very heavily considering. Because let me think, if I bold stance and go here, draw a danger card, do that stuff, next turn, cautious stance, drop a fungus and win. Let's do it. Switch to the bold stance. And then let's move to there. Let's make some Constitution checks. So I need a 5 or lower for my sickly soldier, and I got a 7, so he is fatigued. And I need a 7 or lower on the Mercenary Alchemist. He is not fatigued. So fatigue goes over there. And now it is time for the danger phase. Let's see what we got. Hopefully it's good for me. I'm hoping. Horrid swamp creatures raid and vandalize the sacred monoliths at Stone Circle. So that is actually not that bad. So the Stone Circle is going to get worse. It's going to go from a 2-town to a 1-town. And that's it. No encounter because I'm in a town. All right, next turn. I guess this guy moves in the danger phase. Next turn, I'm going to flip this over to a cautious stance, take the rest action, have the sickly soldier rest. Let's have him try to heal. I need to beat an 8 morale. I got an 8, so that's perfect. He heals 8. It's all the way up. And then he's going to place a fungal counter right here. Rules as written, I guess that's mission complete. I guess, I don't know. Let me see here. Well, I gotta double check this because I'm not sure if I'd roll right now to see if the Plague Finder shows up. Because it says As a rest action, the fungal host can place a fungus counter in their space. When the fungal host places a fungus counter, if the general's not on the board, you roll a d6 and place him there. Place him in the Holy Order. We know that. You complete the mission when there's a fungus counter in each space with a clue counter. So my question right now. So let me switch. I gotta look at you guys for this one. So my question here, my consideration is the order of operations for this is I place the fungal counter, then I roll to see if the Plague Finder General shows up. However, I've already placed the fungal counter. In placing the fungal counter, I've met the mission victory requirements, which is have a fungus marker on every clue space, right? My question now, and I'll flip through the rules in a sec here. My question though is, do I have to finish that turn before like kind of the status of the mission is checked? Let me I got all these books in my hand. Let me have just a quick look here and see. You guys can have the exciting privilege right now of watching me read. So it's mission path. Once you've collected your rewards, if you complete the mission, once you've completed the mission, these special rules don't apply. Objectives. Okay, here. This hopefully will answer it. Each mission includes objectives. Some mission includes multiple ways. If you've completed the mission's objective at the end of the encounter phase, that answers it right there, baby. So, I guess I'm in a position now where I need to place this, roll a die, and hope I get a 6, I guess. Otherwise, the general shows up, removes that. I have to fight him, and eventually I'm going to fight him and the Knife Wraith. Actually, very soon I'm going to fight him and the Knife Wraith. So when does he show up? Roll equal to less than, place him on the board. Player Finder General moves into a fungus space, remove the fungus from that space. Okay. So I guess, yeah, I'm just kind of trying to hold out here and keep fighting the Plague Finders until I can keep that fungus where it is. So, let's go back to the board. So I just need to roll now. If I roll, this could be the end of the mission actually. If I roll a 6, game over. I don't have any luck, so I can't reroll it, but let's see if I get this 6 or not. So close, so close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there are 5 out there. So the Plague Finder General shows up, removes that fungus token, and then I have to draw up a danger card and fight. So, infernal demons bent on conquest march to battle from out of the unfathomable depths of the Hell Pit. So that's going to go ahead, and this is going to be a hard fight too. This is going to go ahead and raise the Hell Pit from a 5 to a 6. All right, and now we have to fight. Now, sorry, I gotta check one more time here. So, the large counter here means I am gonna fight everything else in my space. But if he's a lawman, don't draw random monsters this turn unless they are law. And if the card is higher, so do not draw random monsters this turn unless they are law. Well, they are not law. If your danger card's value is greater, so let's see. Your danger card indicates you're attacked by random monsters. Treat the party size as 1 less. You're drawing law monsters. Ignore events and other epic monsters. Okay. So do not draw danger cards unless they are law. It does not tell me it is not a law card. Oh, so sorry, treat it as having a law icon. So I guess I'm indoors, I'm checking this level against the law, which is up to a 6 now. treat... I'm sorry, I apologize also for reading this so much. I haven't done this mission before, and I'm a little lost with this epic law counter. So, treat danger cards as having the law icon. Okay, yeah, I know that. Do not draw random monsters this turn unless they are law. If your dangerous card value is greater than bounty, you do not draw any random monsters this turn. Well, it's not, so I guess I would draw... I guess maybe these become law monsters then? Do not draw them unless they are law. Yeah, that wording is just screwing with me a little bit. The fact that it's saying don't draw them unless they are law. My instinct is that I'm going to have to encounter these guys. And I'm going to draw them from the law deck. Or... yeah, treat it as having the law. I kind of know that. So I'm checking, you know, this 4 against the law of 6. So I do have an encounter. I'm just gonna draw from the law. I'm gonna treat this. I'm gonna draw them from the law deck. I think that's what it's trying to tell me. So this guy is going to cause 4 monsters to show up with the Plague Finder General, and they're gonna be law monsters. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'm making this much harder on myself than it should be. Though actually I wouldn't draw monsters from here anyway. Because I'm in a town. All right, I'm running into issues. So I'm not going to draw monsters. I'm not going to draw monsters because I'm in this town, but I think maybe law comes into the town. I'm getting bamboozled. I'm bamboozling myself. Let's see. If you are in a law space and draw a danger card with the law icon, first compare the law to the bounty level. If the card's value is equal to less than the bounty, draw a monster from the law deck, even if you're in a town. Yeah, so yes, I will. If not, treat the danger level as normal. Okay, yeah, so I'm drawing 4 from the law. I'm going to draw 4 from the law deck. Thank you for bearing with me on that one. 3 and 4. So, let's switch to combat. So Plague Finder General's back, and we know he attacks the Sickly Soldier. And then we're fighting the Snout Beast, the Saved Scratcher, the Slogger, and hey, a regular Plague Finder, maybe a future Plague Finder General. So let's start at the top here. So the Snout Beast is highest magic, that is this guy. The Saved Scratcher is the highest agility, which is a tie. I'm going to put it over here. This is lowest morale, which is also over here. Set that up like that. And the Plague Finder is lowest constitution, which is over here. So we're split up here a little bit, which is not great, but that's the life we're living. Let's go ahead and fight. This actually could also be the end of me. He'll be in guard stance. So what arrival abilities do we have? We've got gas, and rally. So let's do a couple gases over here. Gas is going to be a constitution test, I do believe. So I will do that with the Sickly Soldier. He succeeds. I'll do it again with the Sickly Soldier. He does not succeed. And so he becomes poisoned. Which is bad. That's -1 constitution. And then let's have the Mercenary Alchemist do the same thing. Do 2 of them. He fails. So he also becomes poisoned, which is going to lower his health by 2, down to 12. And this guy's health goes down from 10 to 8. Oh, the Sickly Soldier, you're going to die. All right. So let's go ahead and do the rally as well. So we're going to draw 1 more law monster into this fight. And it is a droning dwarf. And he attacks everyone. So I'm just going to put him right in the middle here. He's hitting everybody. All right. Oof. Let's. This is bad. Actually, this is actually quite bad. And fleeing is not good because the Knife Wraith is going to catch up to me. And this guy has Pursue anyway. This is bad. I think this is where the campaign's going to end. I have a feeling, which is maybe appropriate. So let's do the Mercenary Alchemist first. I'm going to apply Find Weakness onto the saved Scratcher because he'll summon. So let's try to do that. So roll these 2 dice, and I succeeded. So found weakness on the saved Scratcher. Let's try to kill the saved Scratcher. Let's shoot him with a pistol. So I defend successfully for 2 damage less from each one of these. So 1, 5, 9, minus 2, 4, 6. So I'll take 3, well actually 2, so 2 damage, no damage. So I'll take 4 damage. Not the worst. And then I do not hit. It's an 8, I needed a 7. And unfortunately that means he's gonna summon. Great. Suddenly, I was feeling so high and mighty before, and I guess I'm paying for it. This is the one with the most gold, this Convict Conscript. The person with the most gold right now is the Mercenary Alchemist, so we'll leave that guy there. Let's go over to this fella then, where he's going to fight the Plague Finder General. Staying in the guard stance. Oh, actually, this guy, oh, he would have defended. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's attack the... Oh, I forgot that curse on the... Oh, no, the Droning Dwarf came in late, so never mind. Gosh. Did he come in late? No, he's been here the whole time. Let's do that curse. I forgot about it, because I put him up in the middle. I put him out of sight. So, curse makes a magic test, and if you fail, you lose luck and become demoralized. So, Sickly Soldier has a morale of 8, and I pass. And the Mercenary Alchemist has a morale of 7, and he also passes. So no problem. Okay, the Sickly Soldier is going to attack the... I think I might just attack that Droning Dwarf. He's pierced, but I don't have armor. Or maybe just the Plague Finder. God, there's so many targets here. Let's hit the Plague Finder. Let's do the Plague Finder. I get 2 armor though. No, gosh, yeah, Plague Finder. Final answer. I do not defend, but I'll take 4 less damage from one of these guys. So let's say 4 less from the Plague Finder. So that is going to be 5 damage, 6 damage, and I am going to, because of pain, make a Constitution test and become stunned. So I'll do all that in a second. But I take, what did I say, 5, 6 damage right now. I do hit the Plague Finder for 5 damage, plus 1 is 6 damage, so I hit him for 4 because of his armor. This is definitely going to be where I die. And fleeing is not going to help, I don't think, because I'm still in his space, and I can't rest there. Maybe I could rest there. Let me think here. So if I flee and I rest, I could heal up and then just fight again. But in 2 turns, that Knife Wraith is going to be here. Jeez, okay. Next turn, I moved to here, he went there. I went here, he went here. I rested, so the Knife Wraith is actually going to be here next turn. Ay. I think I have to try to win, because if I don't, then I'm going to be... Yeah, because the Sickly Soldier is infected. He's not going to recover wounds next turn. I think I actually did screw that up. I think that he should be... He's not infected. I think I forgot to remove him last turn. So maybe fleeing... Maybe fleeing and fighting both these epic monsters is the move. The Knife Wraith is ghostly too, so like you can barely damage him. Oh geez Louise, this is tough. My confidence is coming back to bite me. It's on him. Well, let's deal with the nullify and the pain first. So pain is Constitution test. I fail, so I'm stunned. And the nullify is a magic test. And oh, it's not even a test actually. It's just when I take damage. So I am also suppressed, which is -1 magic. Doesn't affect me that much. Okay, well it is now the Mercenary Alchemist's turn. I think I have to try to fight, right? Because if I flee, the Knife Wraith is going to be part of that fight. And I could get lucky and get like a low monster draw and not fight 100 guys. But is having an epic monster there, a ghost there also good? I think I have to. I think I have to try to flee, unfortunately. Because my sickly soldier is going to die in 1 hit. He has 2 HP left. And then it's all the Mercenary Alchemist, and there's no way he's going to be able to stand here and fight. Yeah, I guess. Let's try to escape. Let's try to run. Yeah, my Mercenary Alchemist is going to try to escape. I think I have to. I have to get both these guys out of there. And then rest next turn, heal up. And then try to fight. Again, maybe get a better monster draw. So escaping with the Mercenary Alchemist, making an agility test. On a 7 or lower, he flees. Oh, you kidding me? Okay. Well, this might be the end. This might be how the campaign ends. The Mercenary Alchemist is gonna get attacked now. He defends for -5, so that's 0, 0, 0, 0. The Convict has Thief, but he doesn't do any damage to me. None of these do damage. All right, and then it's the Sickly Soldier's turn. I'm gonna attack the Plague Finder again. Or does he try to flee? Yeah, he has to try to run. He has to try to run. Sickly Soldier's fleeing. He has an agility of 7, so I need a 7 or lower. He doesn't make it out. Oh my gosh. Okay, and I have no luck. This is rough. Okay, let's defend. And I do for -5. So it's 0, 0, and 0 again. All right, I'm getting lucky here with my defenses, but let's try to flee. Let's try to flee with the Mercenary Alchemist. He succeeds, so he's gone. For damage, let's see what he gets hit by. He gets hit by actually a lot, unfortunately. So 4, let's take the 3 off of, doesn't really matter, any one of these. So, oh no, he has Pursue. Never mind, I can't flee. What am I doing? Okay, hold on. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. I can't flee because of this guy with Pursue. So let's back up. Let's undo all of that. So he didn't try to flee. He didn't try to flee. He didn't try to flee again. So it's his turn. No damage dealt to anyone. All right. He's going to attack the Snout Beast, I guess, because this guy has Pursue of him in the Bold Stance, which I'm not. So it's just that guy. So let's try to hit the Snout Beast. Gotta do 4 damage. All right, so I defend successfully, -5 against everyone, no problem. I also hit for 6 against the Snout Beast. Dead. Okay. And then let's have this guy now try to flee. We're not in the Bold Stance, so the Plague Finder General will not pursue. Let's try to flee. I succeed in fleeing. Let's take damage. Damn it. All right. Well, he does 4 damage. He does 3 damage. He does no damage. And the Sickly Soldier is knocked out before he is able to actually get away. So the Sickly Soldier is dead. Or not dead, but defeated. I'll go over exactly how I can revive him in a second. But these guys are now all on the Mercenary Alchemist. That's cool. The Merc is going to try to flee. He fails. Oh, he needed a 7 or lower. He had an 8, and I have no luck. So now these guys are all going to hit. I succeed, -5 from everyone. So that is nothing. All right, let's try to flee again. Fail. Jesus, this sucks. Get hit. Fail my defense. So they're going to hit for, I'll take 2 less damage. So, yeah, but this might actually kill him, to be honest. That might have just defeated me. Okay, let's add up the damage here. So 4 and 5 is 9. It's 10. That's 11. That's another 8 is 19. I can take 2 less for 17. I've only got 12 total HP and I'm already at 4. I have no luck. I can't reroll any of this. I guess I could have... You know what? Okay. I was getting too emotional here. So I actually had this flash bomb. Let's rewind a little bit. I want to give myself a fighting chance. This guy's gonna use a flash bomb. So I discard it, and everyone becomes dazed. Okay, for a turn. So they're all dazed. So I'm just gonna put this one down. It's half attack. All right. I'm gonna see if that's gonna save me. So they're at half attack right now. And then I'd have to make an agility test. And I failed, so I become blinded, which is just -1 perception. I mean, that sucks, but not for this instance. So half damage. So 1 damage. 2 damage is 3. That'd be 3 more damage on him is 6. Plus 2 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. Minus 2, that's 9. And I'm at 4 out of 12. So actually, that still kills me, actually. That's unfortunately still not enough. Yeah, I think that's all I got. I'm looking at all my stuff right now, trying to find a way out of this. That's going to be it. Mercenary Alchemist defeated. And that's where it's going to end, unfortunately. Both of my dudes are dead. Actually, you know what? I'm in the law space. So I think something actually might happen in... if you're defeated with the law, you become captive, I believe. If you're defeated by or surrender to the law at any point during a campaign, you're captured. Any adventurer who's already been captured is executed on the spot and killed, while others are merely clasped in chains. Any adventurer who is not captured may choose to join their captured comrades and turn themselves in, or join them once they've escaped capture. Alternatively, adventurers who are not captured may... Okay, so everyone's captured. At the end of a mission in which any adventurers were captured, the captors soon reveal themselves as members of the secret brotherhood of the Imperial Conscriptors, who plot against the Emperor and fight a clandestine war to return the Warstrike to its former glory. They offer you a chance to save your neck by working as their agent. You may accept your captor's offer and hope to win a pardon by bringing death for hire as a servant of the Imperial Conscriptors, or refuse and try to make an escape from Brutalberg before you are tortured and executed without mercy. So let me make sure I'm reading this right. If you're defeated by... If I'm defeated by these guys, the law defeated me. You are captured by your assailants. Any adventurer who's already been captured is executed on the spot and killed, while others are clasped in chains. These have not been captured already. Any adventurers who were not captured may choose to join their captured comrades and turn themselves in, or join them once they've escaped capture, as described in the next mission's setup. Alternatively, adventurers who are not captured may choose to continue their mission and abandon those who are captured. Well, everyone got captured here. At the end of the mission in which any adventurer was captured, or the captors reveal themselves as members of the secret brotherhood of Imperial Conscriptors. Okay, so the Plaguefinder Generals is part of the secret brotherhood. This one is. I guess he got appointed. They appointed the wrong guy. Okay. You may accept your captor's offer and hope to win pardon by bringing death for hire as a servant of the Imperial Conscriptors, or refuse and try to make an escape from Brutalberg before you are tortured and executed without mercy. So escape from Brutalberg, or join the conscriptors. That's not a turn I expected. I did not expect to get defeated here and the game to go on. I expected to die and that would be the end of it. But apparently, I have choices now. Join the Imperial Conscriptors as death for hire, or attempt to escape Brutalberg. Let's do... I mean, I took the jailer's offer out of the gate, so I'm sort of predisposed to accepting offers, apparently. So let's do that. Let's accept the offer, and we'll move on to death for hire next time. Death for hire. Contract killings are a common way of doing business here in the Borderlands. Your mission is simple. Track down your target and murder them dead. If you're working for the Imperial Conscriptors, reduce the bounty level, and the adventurer with the highest morale may take official papers from the loot deck. Set up all adventurers in Brutalberg. Alright. Well, this looks like a more complex mission. It's a 2-pager, whereas the other thing was like half a page. So... that's going to do it then. So, all right, we spread a bunch of blight around. So now there's fungus all over the place. The Hand of Doom is on the board. The Plague Finder General and the Knife Wraith are running around. But we are ending up in Brutalberg. The plague-infested, fungus-infested Brutalberg is where it's going to end up. And that will do it for me. Thank you guys for sticking around, and for those watching later on. I hope you enjoy and you continue to watch. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. And I will see you guys in a couple days for High Frontier. If you're watching this later, hey, go check out my High Frontier video. And on Saturday, I either will be doing or will have done, depending on when you're watching this, a stream of dinosaur table battles from Tom Russell at Hollenspiel. So take a look at that too. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or rest of your evening, and stay cool.